Hello everyone, this is teacher Susie and welcome to my class. In this video, we're going to discuss how to solve radical equations. Radical equations are those equations that contain a variable in a radicand. Example, square root of 4x minus 3 equals 5. So this is an equation because of the equal sign, and this is radical equation because inside the radical sign is a variable x. Another example is the cube root of 2x equals 4. So kaparehas sa una nating example, inside the radical sign is the variable x. So now, how do we solve radical equations? So to solve radical equations, our main goal is to find the value of x that will satisfy the whole equation. So let's try to solve this one. So the first thing we need to do is to isolate the expression containing radical sign. And sa example natin dito, that is the square root of 4x minus 3. And since nandito na siya already on the left side, so we can now proceed to the next step. The next step is to remove the radical sign. So paano ba natin matatanggal ang radical sign? Since this is square root, it means to say that we have to raise both sides of the equation by 2. And with this, we can now cancel out the radical symbol as well as the exponent 2. So we will have now 4x minus 3. So kung naaalala natin, ang square root of x can be written, or square root of x raised to 2 can be written as x raised to a fraction where the exponent is the numerator and the index is the denominator, 2 over 2. Or this can be written as x raised to 1 or just simply x. Kaya nga ang ginagawa natin, we cancel out the radical sign and the exponent 2. Okay? So let's continue. So we have now 4x minus 3 equals the square of 5 is 25. Solve for x. Since we have here a constant negative 3, we have to move this to the outer side of the equal sign or apply addition property of equality. So this will be written as 4x equals 25 plus 3. Combine 25 and 3. So we have here 4x equals 25 plus 3, that is 28. Next is to divide both sides by 4. Cancel out 4 because 4 over 4 or 4 divided by 4 is 1. 1x or simply x. And then 28 divided by 4 is 7. So therefore, the value of x is 7. And once we got the value of x, we should not forget to do the checking. We will check if 7 is a correct solution to our equation. So again, let us copy the original given, and that is 4x minus 3 equals 5. Substitute 7 to x, so this will become the square root of 4 times x, which is 7, minus 3. Is it equal to 5? So we will have now the square root of 4 times 7, that is 28, minus 3, is it equal to 5? So this will become the square root of 28 minus 3, that is 25, is it equal to 5? Square root of 25 is 5, which is equal to 5, and that is correct. So it means to say x equals 7 is a correct solution to our equation. Let's have the second equation, the cube root of 2x equals 4. So again, since the radical expression is already written on the left side of the equal sign, let's now proceed to the next step, which is to remove the radical sign. And again, since our index is 3, it means to say that we have to raise both sides of the equation by 3. So we can now cancel out the radical sign and the exponent 3. So we will have now 2x equals the cube of 4 or 4 times 4 times 4 is equal to 64. So we multiplied 4 by itself 3 times. That's why we got 64. Next procedure is to divide both sides by the coefficient of x, which is 2. Cancel out 2. So we have now x equals 64 divided by 2, which is equal to 32. So x is equal to 32. And as I said, we should not forget to do the checking. Let us check if 32 is a solution to our equation. Again, the original equation is the cube root of 2x equals 4. Substitute 32 to x, so this will become the cube root of 2 times 32 is equal to 4. So we'll have now the cube root of 2 times 32, that is 64. Is that equal to 4? So the cube root of 64, or if we think of a number that when multiplied itself 3 times will give us 64, that is 4. So the cube root of 64 is 4, which is equal to 4. Therefore, the answer that we got is correct. X is equal to 32. Let us have more example. If we have just a moment, purahin lang natin to because we need more space. Let's say we have 4 plus the square root of x minus 2 equals x. So this is a radical equation because inside the radical sign is a variable x. So as you can see, nasa left side na yung ating radical expression, but there is a constant which is 4, so we have to move it to the other side of the equal sign or apply subtraction property of equality. So this will become the square root of x minus 2 equals x, and then this will become minus 4. This is a square root, so it means to say we have to raise both sides of the equation by 2. Cancel out now the radical sign and the exponent 2. So we have now x minus 2 is equal to the square of x minus 4. So this is a square of a binomial, so we can apply here special product. Or if you're more comfortable with using FOIL method, you may do so. So let's first expand this. So let's copy x minus 2 equals, so in getting the square of a binomial, we have to get the square of the first term. Square of x is x squared. For the middle term, we will have 2 times x, that is 2x. 2x times negative 4 is negative 8x. And then square the second term, that will give us 16. Now, as you can see, our degree in this equation is 2, so this is a quadratic equation. So let us write this equation or this expression on the other side of the equal sign so we can combine similar terms. So this will become negative x squared, then we have plus 8x, and then minus 16, and then let's copy this, plus x minus 2. So nothing is left on this side of the equal sign, so we will write 0. Now, combine similar terms. So let's copy negative x squared, wala siyang kapareho. We can combine 8x and x, so 8x plus x, that is 9x. And then negative 16 minus 2, that will give us negative 18. And then copy equals 0. So we have here a quadratic equation. So a is negative. We have to make it positive. It means that we have to multiply the whole equation with negative 1. So, ibig sabihin, each terms of our trinomial will change their signs. So, negative 8x squared will become positive. So, adjust natin konti ng sulat dito. Positive x squared, this will become negative. So, minus 9x, and this will become plus 18 equals 0. So, this is a quadratic equation, so we can use any of the 4 methods in solving quadratic equation. And in this case, let us apply factoring. So we have to prepare two parentheses and then copy equals 0. Get the factors of x squared, those are x and x. Factors of 18, that when added will give us negative 9. And those are negative 6 and negative 3. Negative 6 times negative 3 will give us 18. Negative 6 minus 3 will give us negative 9. Now, let us write this as x minus 6 equals 0 and x minus 3 equals 0 and solve for x. Let's start with this one first. So, solve for x here, we will have x equals 6 and here we have x equals 3. So, as you can see, we have two values of x which are 6 and 3. Let us proceed to checking. Alright, let us check 6 and 3 if they really are solutions to our equation. So let's start with x equals 6 muna. So again, the equation is 4 plus the square root of x minus 2 equals x. Let us write 6 instead of x. So we will have 4 plus the square root of 6 minus 2. Is it equal to 6? So we will have 4 plus, unahin muna natin yung nasa loob ng radical sign. 6 minus 2, that is 4. Is it equal to 6? So as we continue, the square root of 4 is 2. So this will be written as 4 plus 2. Is it equal to 6? 4 plus 2 is 6, which is equal to 6. Therefore, x equals 6 is a correct solution. So this is a solution to our equation. Let's have the second one. X equals 3. Again, copy the original equation. 4 plus the square root of x minus 2 equals x. Let us write 3 to x. So this will become 4 plus the square root of 3 minus 2. Is it equal to 3? So again, pinalitan natin ng x ng 3. Unahin natin tong nasa loob ng radical sign. So this will become 4 plus the square root of 3 minus 2. 3 minus 2 is 1. Is it equal to 3? The square root of 1 is 1. So this will become 4 plus square root of 1, which is 1. Is it equal to 3? 4 plus 1 is 5, which is not equal to 3. Therefore, x equals 3 is not a solution to our equation. It is only 6. Since 3 does not satisfy our equation, so we call this as an extraneous solution. Ito yung solution na nakuha natin na hindi nagsasatisfy sa ating given equation. So that will be all for today. Thank you for watching. I hope that you learned a lot from this video. See you on my next video. Goodbye.